Hi guys, so lately I've been working on a Blackmagic 4K ATM switch. Basically what that is multi-camera angle live switching. So we're gonna have a bunch of cameras set up to the switch, and then we can control it from our iPhone or iPad, and we can cut cameras in real time, and we're actually gonna send that feed out to the internet and broadcast live as well. So it's been a little bit of work putting that together, and I'll get more into that later, but I just thought I'd share a little tip. One of the things that we're running into is the type of cameras we want to operate with the switch. Now, HDMI cameras, which are typically your DSLRs or mirrorless cameras, have a limitation of how far you can run that HDMI. If you're lucky with a good HDMI cable, maybe you're looking at about 40 feet. That might not cover everything that we need to do, so we were looking to get some of these cameras run a little bit further. Now, we could invest in more expensive cameras that have the SDI output, and that will get you about 150 foot on a cable, but that's going to cut into our budget. And then the Blackmagic Cinema cameras here, if we wanted to use something like this, obviously the SSD drive is going to be more expensive. The minimum is ProRes. Those file sizes are going to be huge. On a GH3, we're able to run about 5 hours on a 64 gig card, so that's a lot of time on some cheap cards. Plus the battery can run pretty much all day, very inexpensive. So we're kind of looking towards the GH3 right now. But again, it has HDMI, so we're limited to how far we can take it. So one of the things that we invested in was a cheap HDMI to SDI converter. Now this is not SDI to HDMI, it's HDMI to SDI. And now that we've converted our HDMI signal to SDI, we can run it 150 feet. We have a 100-foot cable here that we've tested out. Works perfectly fine. And as you can see, I'm running it all the way back into my IPS monitor over here. And there's Jake over there. And then to run it back into this monitor, I got a cheap $30 SDI to HDMI converter. So this way is fairly cheap, but when you're doing HDMI to SDI, it's a little bit more expensive. This one is the cheapest I could find, about $120, $130. But it is working for me. So if you guys are looking for something like that, you want longer runs from your HDMI cameras, all you need to do is plug it into an HDMI to SDI converter, and then you can run about 100, 150 feet. One of the other things that we've tried is we actually ran this 100-foot cable all the way across our studio out the front door. Now at the end of the cable, we put on the Radian Pro receiver, and then we have the Radian Pro. This is from Camera Motion Research. Wireless transmitter on our GH3 here. So what we were able to do was basically bring our receiver closer to where the camera operator is and running it 150 or 100 feet away from our switch. So we're getting extra distance through wireless, so it doesn't have to transmit all the way back to the switch. So that's been working out for us as well. So that's just kind of a little tip of something we're working on. If you are looking to get your cameras further away from your monitoring solution, instead of going wireless, a cheap way is to get one of these HDMI to SDI switches, which is about $120, $130. I'll have more information about all this stuff at cheesycam.com.